Okay, as we continue, so we'll wait for the other candidates to join. We have not yet joined much of the people. Then we will start our today's training today. Okay, as we continue, so we'll wait for the other candidates to join. We have not yet joined. The people, then we will start our training time. Okay, as we continue, so we'll wait for the other candidates to join. We have not yet joined. The people, then we will start our training time.
30 seconds में आ जाएगा जी. Sound? You can hear me, right? It's fine. How many people online? Partho and all. Kailash. Okay, I hope you can able to hear. How many people online now? Okay. Can you please go and tell everyone to be click in that link? Yeah, and if it's not get connected or you cannot able to hear, let me know. I'm starting now. Okay. Now as the session is ongoing and we can able to do the things as such as a training module. We have a learn module today, and this is the module which has been used for F&B for all kind of service recoveries. Yeah, so service recoveries means if any guest comes to us in the hotel or in the restaurant, and we do have they do have some sort of complaints. Now the complaints are very much in one particular thing, that any restaurant or a hotel will get a certain kind of complaint. Either it's depends on system, sometimes it depends on a human error, sometimes it's also depends on mechanical issue, as well as sometimes there is a food problem, as food is not being tasty, or there is some service issue which guest asks for something and does not happen. So in that case, this is very important that we should follow a learn model. uh, a model of the learn is very very important, because that's how you will come to know whether it's been feasible, if the guest will gonna return to you or no. Because learn model is the one way. If you follow this learn model in each and every service industry, whether it's a hotel, whether it's some other industry, still the learn model has to be followed. Because in that learn model, if somebody has followed it in a very good way, effective way, that will make sure that the guest will come back to you again, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a hotel, whether it's any of the service industry. So we will discuss today about the learn model. This training might take 20 minutes for your session. It will not take much of your time. And then after this training, you will become to know what exactly you should do whenever there is a complaint. In complaint, if you're in the service industry, the complaint will happen, as I mentioned. All right. So let's discuss what is the learn model all about. Okay, L is for listen. So we will discuss more about our listening skills, what exactly we need to listen, how we need to listen. That is very very important. So the listening skills is the much important role played in case of a learn model. Second is empathize. Empathize is different from sympathize. Sympathy will come whenever there is some people has lost something. So that is a sympathy, like someone has lost their life. So we can sympathize on him. Sorry to say, rest in peace, and all the things. But empathize is the thing when you place himself or yourself in the person's shoes. That means how will I will feel if this thing happens to me. So that is the very very important thing, and this is not called sympathize, this is called empathize. Yeah, so we need to mention to them, mention to the guest what we have to mention as a empathize. That is we were going to learn about. Third is apologize. Everyone knows apologize, but just say sorry about it and then let it go. It's not work like that. Yeah, so everyone know the word as sorry, but apologize in a very effective way is very important. Anytime there is a complaint about anything at all. The next one is respond. What is the complaint all about? How you going to respond on it? If it's a very genuine complaint, or it's a complaint about anything as a silly thing which a person or a guest or making a very big out of it. So that is very very important for anyone to respond on that. So the respond is very important, and effective respond is much important in the case if you want the guest or the person or the customers to come back to you. Fourth is notify. If you don't notify the thing to the particular department or a particular person, then of course the complaint will remain as it is, and it will be repeated to the same guest as well as to the other guest as well. So the notification is very very important, and plus the notify is also been done, like what action you have taken, you need to inform the guest who has complained. So that is also a very important thing that everyone should know, and everyone should notify to the guest and as well as to the particular department. Yeah, so these five letters are gonna change how you gonna process your things towards any kind of complaint. Let's carry on. All right, listen. Now listen is the content which has emotions involved in that. Yeah, so emotions is very very important, because whenever you are listening, the person is already either very heat up, he's very much angry. So we need to know what you are exactly listening to. So please let him talk, never interrupt in between, just say yes or just say I acknowledge, or yes, 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 Mr. Smith, yes, Mr. Tara, yes, Mr. Singh. So you just acknowledge the thing in the same time. Manage distractions. If any distractions are there, if he is making a very loud noise, you need to make sure you tell him or her, sir, can we just go in the corner, sit down, and we can talk about it, yeah, so that I can listen to you very carefully, listen to you what you're exactly saying, so that I can take action accordingly. So you need to explain to the person and keep listening, make notes, and clarify the questions if you have anything. So the listening is very, very important. If you take notes in that type of listening, it is very, very important during the listening session. So because if you listen and you forgot, and there are some pertinent points which he has mentioned but we did not note it down, so we cannot able to clarify his things in the end. So we need to ask questions whenever he finished that, so we have, you have a problem in the food, you the taste is not really good, in the taste you find it more salty, and it is not really really cooked, it was undercooked. So these points if the guest has mentioned, then we need to make sure that we notify this, and we make notes and clarify if any questions we have. Second is empathize. Empathize is a kind of thing to identify with another person's feeling. We need to say that I really feel, I will really feel how you are feeling right now. I can really understand how you are feeling right now. So these kind of words we have to use it in case of any kind of things happens, so that the people will know that you really feel how you are. If I am eating the chicken curry or the veg curry, and if I find the very salty, of course I will feel the same how you're feeling. So these kind of things you have to mention whenever you are after listening to the person, listening to the guest. The empathize thing has to be there, and this process is actually works very effectively. Then the third comes apologize. Apologize is not just saying sorry, yeah. Apologize is I statements, yeah, sincere body language and tone and professional words. I really apologize for your inconvenience. Yeah, me myself, I feel sorry about that, what has happened to you and your family. I really feel the same thing if this thing happens to me, and I can sincerely apologize for the things. Your body language to be in a positive way. You cannot just stand and say or nod your head. You need to say in a certain kind of humble words, and you need to have a posture which is a humble posture, which you have to use it with the professional words. Sincere, apologize. You can also use certain kind of words that I really truly feel how you're feeling. So I feel sorry about that, what you have to go through. So these kind of sentence will actually make him calm down, and actually he will understand that you and the company is feeling sorry about what has happened to him. It can be a system error, as I mentioned before, it can be a human error, but this is very, very important that everybody should use these kind of professional words, so that the person will understand and he will also calm down. The words will actually make the person calm down. Next, the respond. The respond is very, very important. So give me a minute, give me an hour, I will make sure that this thing done properly, instantly, right now or itself, or give me 15 minutes, give me half an hour. If it's case of food, give me a few minutes, yeah, because the food, the guest is waiting. So give me a few minutes, let me just take it to the chef, and I'll make sure that the veg curry is been make out properly and give it to your table instantly. So the respond is very, very important. Now we need to think about guest reactions to the problem. Yeah, this is the thermometer which you have seen a lot of time, but guest reactions are different for different things. If the guest is fine, yeah, the guest is just saying some things in a very polite way, yeah, guest would just like the problem to be fixed and has confidence that it will be, so fix it. Yeah, so that is the very yellow column which I have mentioned out there in the presentation. Second comes guest is mildly upset. Yeah, and guest will be fine with immediate help, fix the problem immediately and consider offering special touch. Yeah, so that's the guest having a mild upset. So of course, like the food is little salty and it can be done, so fix it. And the first one, which is yellow, the guest is fine, that means guest is just giving the comment, but still it's a complaint, it's something which he has a troublesome. And the third and the last one is guest is very angry and upset. The guest has lost or missed out on something important. Fix the problem using the highest level of recovery personal touch required. Yeah, so for example, guest lost baggage from the reception at the time of check-in in the hotel, so he has a very important document, so that is very, and the guest is getting very hyper, very upset. So we need to make sure, we need to calm down the guest and tell the guest that we will make sure personally, give me a few minutes just to be at your home and you should take action immediately. And after the action has been done, then we need to apologize and do the personal touch as such, like sending along with the things, give a business center pass for to be used for 1 hour for free, something like that, or give a light tea or coffee offer from your side to be served in the room. So it is very important that you should know what kind of things has happened, gone wrong, and what action to be taken as an immediate effect. Then notify is the main thing when you have to fix the problem. Yeah, so other associates or department, guest tracking system, so all the things, once the things are fixed or once they are supposed to be get fixed, you need to notify to the particular department. For example, if the guest luggage has been lost, we need to notify the front office, for the concierge as well as for the security, so that both the department can be notified immediately and they can track down the system, what has happened, where it went wrong, is it the guest mistake, is it the associate mistake, or is it in the tracking in our system is something went wrong. So that is very important, so that the people can take the good thing out of it and make it not to be happen with the guest in future. All right, so let's go to the conclusion. The conclusions are very simple. As a guest will be come back to you, as it is very important that the guest should be notified and the things here are done in a proper way, so that the guest might be upset in that time, but how you do the recovery, the recovery process is the main thing which makes the guest feel better, and definitely he will come back. Because if it's a smooth thing and nothing goes wrong, sometimes the people tend to forget. But if it's not a good thing, not happens properly, but the people of that organization, either in the restaurant or in the hotel, has taken the quick action which makes the guest feel better, because the important document was lost, he also don't remember where he put it. So but we have find it out, we give it to him, and then we also investigate further that what extra we can do for him. We have given a pass for a business center free for 1 hour. So these kind of things is add-on things to the guest, and guest will feel happy, because the guest will make sure that this thing happens in a particular way, and we need to make sure that this won't happen to him or to any of the guests again. So that is very important, and that's how we conclude the thing, and so that our guest will come back again, and we will make sure if you follow this procedure, the guest will definitely come back. Because if the guest will come back, our business will grow. That's right. All right. So if you have any questions, anything, just ask me by the end. And that's how we end the session today. I hope you have all enjoyed. And we will all again see you in future. And thank you very much. Have a nice day. It's a industry which will be growing as such. Thanks.